haven't raced here yet, and you can say whatever you want about this track, but I will die on this hill. This is, I think, one of the most beautiful backdrops to any racing circuit ever. Welcome back to Grid Network. I'm Jackson Lambros. We are here at Thermal Club in Palm Springs, California. Beautiful, beautiful day to get this weekend started. We're going to break it down right now. 2 test sessions today, one 2-hour one in the morning and a 3-hour one in the afternoon. Relatively uneventful. Couple cars testing the limits just to my right here, turn 17, running way off on these curbs and actually getting airborne a bit. I think the biggest incident I can think of off the top of my head, Marcus Ericsson, second session, managed to get a brake fire, and that had him out for the rest of the session. We have not seen the actual direct cause behind that. As soon as we do find out, though, we will tell you. But that was the day done for him. We got to clarify kind of the biggest feelings going into this, and that's this race, this all-star race, this non-championship points race, was going to go one of 2 ways. Either we treat this like we have nothing to lose and we're going to go fangs out and it's going to be crazy wheel-to-wheel racing the entire time, or if it's only $100, I'm just going to save my car, keep it in one piece, and we're going to have a little bit of a snooze fest on our hands. Good news is, after talking to the drivers, they don't even care if it's $1 million. They don't care if it's $2. I think the vibe that they have is if they are at a racetrack and there's 20-something other people and want to win. Here's Alexander Rossi from the first press conference today to tell you what I mean.
Yes, the cash, this prize, this thing that we're advertising is awesome, but like, you're going to have the same performance if it's for nothing. Like it's the same thing every time we hit the track. You're trying to be the best and beat everyone else. So that side of it, I don't think changes the mentality. I do think it's pretty exciting that at least right now, the deg that we saw last year on this tire seems to translate. So in terms of the format for the final, if you're lucky enough to make it there, the last 10 laps are going to be very chaotic. So it's going to make for a good race, and you're not going to need to have the NASCAR effect of hitting people because you're going to have comers and goers in terms of performance over the lap. So I know it's super funny. So I think it's going to be a really good show come Sunday, and I'm just looking forward to hopefully being involved.
So the good news here is these guys actually want to compete. The bad news is we still don't know how these cars are actually going to fare wheel to wheel, and I don't think we're going to actually see that until the first heat, of Sunday. But I think we've got a pretty good idea of what these cars are like at Anger today, and I think we're really going to see that a lot more in the next few couple days, next few couple test sessions. Speaking of Saturday, let's break down the 2 qualifying groups and the major storylines between both of those different heat groups who will be competing for that all-star race entrance. A lot of big storylines there. I think there's obviously a discussion that maybe Group 1 is a little bit more stacked than Group 2. I'm still really excited to see both of them, to be honest. Have all of the McLarens and Callum Ilott being able to prove himself against this field of mostly active drivers. Going to be awesome to watch tomorrow. A couple other guys I want to mention here. Christian Lundgaard, who has had pace all day today and has not surprised me one bit. Go back to testing last year, was consistently one of the fastest guys. I don't know if I want to say Willpower is a sneaky guy, but he's been fast. Top 10 in both sessions, had the quickest 5-lap average, and his overall just been Willpower. Overall, he's been Willpower, and I think we could potentially see him. I don't want to say he's a lock-in instantly for the final heat, but he's definitely going to be out there for it. Alex Palou running up front, back to his 2023 form, we should say. I think we're still waiting a little bit on Joseph Newgarden. Didn't run a huge amount of laps this morning. Was not totally up there. We're going to have to wait and see tomorrow if he's up with the rest of the guys on pace here. Eyes on 2 other guys from 2 really small teams. Romain Grosjean with Juncos, proving that St. Pete was not just a fluke. Santino Ferrucci, not the fastest in the first session. Afternoon session really got it going. He's proven that these AJ Foyt cars might have some pace in them. But honestly, I think there was so much anxiety at the start of this weekend. Are we actually going to see a show here? And I know that these guys really do want to put one on. This is not a shoe-in. This is not a I'm getting paid to be here kind of deal. These guys are genuinely enjoying it. They're having fun. They want more of it. So We are going to be there every step of the way, whichever way this unfolds, right here on Grid. So stay tuned. And of course, for everything F1 in Melbourne, NASCAR Cup at Circuit of the Americas, State of the Grid.